Hey guys, I'm a health visitor in England. Let's talk about the 4-month sleep regression. Was your newborn sleeping longer chunks, even 3, 4, 5 hourly, and suddenly they've hit around the 4-month mark and now they're waking hourly? They're struggling to go off to sleep. They're having catnaps. Before I talk about how to help with sleep regression, I just want to thank everyone for leaving amazing positive feedback about the sleep guide that I've created, which can help with the 4-month sleep regression. So thank you so much for saying that the sleep guide and my feeding guide is amazing. So, what causes the 4-month sleep regression? Well, your baby was either awake or asleep previously, and now they've gone through this huge brain development where their sleep is much more similar to our sleep. So, with our sleep, we have lighter periods of sleep and deeper periods of sleep, and this goes up and down all throughout the night. And the REM periods of sleep, which are the lighter periods, which we typically tend to either dream in, we're just easier to rouse. If their daytime sleep isn't quite right, their nap gaps aren't right, if their sleep pressure's not right, and potentially if they're unable to self-settle, this is when we can see them wake hourly, every 45 minutes, 1.5 hourly, and all you may need to do is some tweaks to help with them having longer periods throughout the night. First things first, if anybody ever says to you, I can get your baby to sleep through the night, they are lying unless you are willing to leave your baby to cry. Babies are designed to wake through the night for several different reasons. So try not to go in with unrealistic expectations. It is developmentally expected and normal for a 4-month-old to be still waking through the night for feeds, for comfort, for teething, for development. But we can help lengthen those sleep cycles. So first things first, we could be focusing on your baby's nap gaps. Now, this is the time in between naps. And what's really important is actually that first nap gap from when they wake up from the nighttime to their first nap. Cortisol, which is the stress hormone, which is produced when they are overtired, interrupts their nighttime sleep, particularly after midnight, because that's when melatonin starts to slow down, which is the sleep hormone, and cortisol acts like caffeine. So we basically want to try and make sure that your baby is not overtired, whilst also making sure they're not undertired, because we want to make sure that they build up enough sleep pressure to actually be ready to go to sleep and sleep well throughout the night. So typical nap gaps I'd be expecting for a 4-month-old, and this is gradually going to change and extend, is the first nap gap I'd want to be seeing them asleep around an hour after waking from the nighttime sleep. Some babies might be closer to 45 minutes, some babies might be closer to 75 minutes, but I wouldn't really be wanting to go over that period of gap between the naps. And then from then on, I'd be looking at 2-hourly nap gaps. So 2 hours to the next nap, 2 hours to the next nap, and then 2 hours to bedtime. Make sure your baby's sleep environment is as good as it can be, especially after midnight. We want that room to be pitch black. We want there to be white noise playing, and this is going to help drown out any other noise that could wake them. And then this one is one of the controversial ones. You can teach your baby to self-settle, and this then means if they are waking throughout the night, they hopefully can either settle themselves back to sleep, or you at least know when they're waking, it's showing they're definitely hungry or they have a need that needs fulfilling. And with self-settling, I've got my sleep guide and also lots of free videos on my page. I'm already over 3 minutes, so I'll do another video on self-settling if you'd like me to, but you can do it without leaving your baby to cry. None of this patting, none of this shushing, none of this leaving and coming back. You can be with them, picking them up as soon as they cry. I hope that helps. Any questions, please put them in the comments.